So yeah, there. I found the sweet spot there, under there. I was a modest fellow with no schemes to make anything big and happening. Was I? Yes, I was. Perhaps it was expected. I had a glow, I was told, but all I wanted, therefore, would have been to tend it, the low fire, a quiet fire, a sort of slow burn, perhaps slightly warmer than the rest, embarrassingly. Oh, blush. I climbed a tree once in Sweden, in a park in a city, in despair at 17. It was a very tall tree, and the wind blew suddenly, like the earth exhaling. And I felt suddenly in the grip of something magic, of some demon. And up there, I gave up. Then I felt better. A dose of the elemental works wonders, I suppose. The climbing down was awful, as it often is, I remembered. I didn't need to descend, but eventually would get hungry. The work of the treetop had been done, the pain had passed, or had changed trajectory in my day or night. It was night. The pain had come like a flame in my glow, so it did not go. It became meaningful is all. It is what one does with pain on a good day. I'm doing it now. There was no urge to jump, be reassured. I felt I was being held by the tree, and that was enough, and all was right. I had departed the earth. Something had begun that made sense, that didn't, while earthbound. On earth, it could not be found. It's tough to go from there, though, from the company of the trees and a god, to small talk. I knew that there was work to be done, an exploration to begin, and the work needed doing alone, on the ground. The tree was available for rest, refueling, or a wee oblivion when sleep didn't do that. And I wondered, would I find others who had climbed the tree? Was that the thing to do? A quest, a fellowship, to find the like-minded? Well, there were none, or they were keeping it quiet, or hadn't the sight to see them, or I didn't bother. The point was not to be understood. The point was to be alone and sacred. The point, the lonely point, was to glow, you know. It is impossible, by the way, to stay above in the branches. Once that wind has blown, the god has struck. It is useless. You must come down. All trees know this. A moment comes when you are high, and when it's past, you must descend to not fall. To literally be high up in the trees always makes no sense. Still, climbing and descending is everything. Absolutely everything. One gives luster to the other, and luster is a thing at 17. He has his head in the clouds, they say, don't they? Until he dives into dens dark and candlelit, is how I remember them, below street level, cellars, best visited before the band arrives and fills the place with sound, when literally you cannot hear yourself. Silence. To be there early and see the place fill up. The murmuring of barmaids quietly laughing while they literally begin the world. They prepare the room like your demon and his creation. In the beginning there was darkness, till a barmaid lights a candle. All the charms of all that, literally charming like Goldman after Narcissus.